Chuckers, and welcome to Quirky Crafts and Collectibles on Pandora Box. Well, today we're going to do some quirky crafts, and I'm going to show you how to make this little miniature sewing basket. Are you ready? Let's start. So this is Quilter's Little Helper, and this is what started off the business. This is a workstation, and you have a band across here. These are all varied, so the covers are all different. They can be fabric, they can be vinyl, they can be printed. They're all quite different. So we have a band here that you take off, and when you open, you have your mat where you can cut, draw. So it's a good surface to use, and this is really good for your sticky rulers as well. So when you're cutting in that, your sticky ruler grabs, it doesn't move. So no matter how much I pull that, it doesn't move at all. Okay, so we have this size, and we do have the 30 size or 30-inch size. Okay, we also give you a ruler sticker on here, so if you need to measure anything, you can just grab your fabric and see without using your ruler. So your ruler, again, you can hold it. It grips the fabric, so when you're cutting it, it doesn't slide, it doesn't move at all. And you can use this with paper, you can use it with fabric, whatever you like. We've also given you a felt here, so if you have pins, you can easily pin them there whilst you're working. Now for your patterns, or whatever you're using, whatever project you're working on, we've given you these sheets as well. So here, for instance, I've put in some cutouts that I've done already, and I put them in here so I don't lose them, so they'll sit there, or I can put patterns and stuff. Then we've given you a pouch for your gizmos, so you can put whatever you like in here. It's up to you. It's like a zip cover or case, and that clips just there when you're not using. Now under here, you're wondering what it is. This comes up, and then we give you a grip paper as well. So now this holds your fabrics. You can draw, you can do whatever you like. It holds it there, it doesn't move around. Okay, so if you're quilting, if you're paper toweling, anything like that, you've got this here as well. And the reason we've done it, so you can lift it open and you can use both sides at the same time. Some of them have the flap right in the center, so you can't use that side, or you can't use that side at the same time. So this way you can use both sides at the same time. Okay, when you're not using this side, you can easily fold this down and just bring this over to this side and just use here. So I will be using this side today, and we're going to be doing these little tiny baskets. So this one has a little ribbon around it. You can have a book of some sort. We make books as well. And then your fabrics, we're going to do some buttons. So we're going to do some buttons for you, a little bit of lace, and some fabrics as well that we place in there. Underneath we put a bit of cotton just to fill it up, and then we start placing them in there, and that's pretty much all it takes to do one of these baskets. Here we go. And your fabrics, just when you're choosing your fabric, just make sure your fabric is the pattern's not too large. You don't want a large pattern. Scale as well. Okay, put your book in there as well. And that gives you a nice little gift basket that you can have in your doll's house. Another one I've done here, I've done, you know, little same thing with the fabrics. I've got a little pair of scissors that I can put in there. Now you can glue these in, or you can leave them loose. It's up to you. I'll put some ribbon around that one. So today, I'm just going to put these there. So today I'm going to be using this type of basket. Just making sure that when you do purchase your baskets that they are a good 12-inch scale. Sometimes they can be a bit large. This is a bit big, but if you don't want to use the handles, you don't have to. Just pop them inside, put your cotton in, and then fill the basket up. Okay, sometimes they might not sit properly, so we just trim those off or just glue them down. Okay, so then by accident I bought these baskets. They were quite large, so if I bring a Barbie doll in the picture, you know, it's just the right scale for her. With these ones a little bit small, they can still be used, but just to give you an idea of scale. And then I got these buckets thinking they were small scale buckets, and they were quite large, but they can be Barbie sized doll as well in your miniatures. So without further ado, we're going to start these ones. So I thought with my first basket I'm going to use black and white fabrics. Now this is a quilt that I made. It's on my bed already. These are all the offcuts, and never throw out your scraps, especially this pattern here. It's a really good nice size scale. That's a little bit large, but maybe when it's folded it might not look so big. Yeah, so try and pick your fabrics that are a good scale. So they're a little bit large. That's quite good, that's quite good, that's quite good. That is a good one, and that's about it. Yeah, so we'll see how we go with these. What I'm doing is just taking the excess off, so I've got a fabric to work with. And then I can start cutting these to the size I need. So I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces there. And we've got, now I know a lot of you like inches, so I'm going to go by 4 inches by 4, and I think that should give us a nice size. So I'm going to be using my 30cm ruler for this job here. So we estimated it to be 4 centimeters, so I think we'll go with that. So using my, let's go 5. Get 2 of those out of the one. Just about, yep. And all it is just you're folding it around, folding it and folding it again. And that just creates your little first piece. Now to stick it together you can use a fabric glue. So I'm going to use a little container, put a bit of glue there so I'm not keeping that open. Just put that there. So just do a fold. And then a fold again, and just a little bit of glue there. Now if you like to hold those, once again we have our our clips as well that we sell. Just fold that and fold that there. And just pop your clip. So we've got two sizes here. We've got the minis and we've got the medium, and we also have large. So just pop that to the side and repeat. So if you like, you can do the inside that holds there, fold again, and just use some clips. We like to sell items that you can't get anywhere else. So I'm going to fold it there. I'm going to do half of these because they're not just pretty much scale. So I folded it there. Now when I open that up, you can actually see the actual nice fold there. Okay, and I'll use that as my guideline. So they're my two pieces. Really easy. Fold, glue, fold again, then clip. And repeat. Can't be any simpler than that. Okay, I'll do the rest of these and I'll come back. So now I have them all glued and just waiting for them to dry. I think this was the first one. They don't take too long. Yeah, they're pretty much glue. Now if you want, you can actually put some glue on the edge there so it stops it from fraying as well. Okay, so you can get a little bit of fray there. Just there. You can put some glue just there. Because when you're putting them in these baskets, that's the part you're going to see. Just that part there. So I'll wait till these dry completely. And then I'll do the edges. And then I'll come back. Now with this fabric, what I'm going to do is I did these a little bit longer, so I did these at I'm going to go centimeters because I know it's 6 centimeters by 4 centimeters. And what I've done with this one, I've just folded it over that way, folded it once, and then folded it again. Okay, I'll just do that again. So I'm folding it 6 by 4. I'm folding it one way, that way, and then 1, and then 2, and then I get that kind of effect as well. That's the part we're going to be showing. And I always like to snip off all the frays first before we glue, and then just add a little bit of glue. And if you want to do the edges as well, you can do that as well. And just put a little clip just to hold it whilst it sets. So here I've done some sets already. There are my 3, my 2 black and white ones, and some floral ones as well. So there are fabrics ready to go. Now for some reason I put the speed on instead of regular filming. So here now we are doing the cards for the buttons. So I've cut out some card, put a pinhole in the top and some glue, and now just placing buttons for these beads just to show a card of buttons. So there they are, that's the sets that I've done. I've Done on one of each colour. And now accessories are scissors, got some cotton like I said before in the bottom, cutting some ribbon, and what I need to do is just roll it around and snip what we don't need, and then we start placing them in the basket. So now I'm showing you how I actually rolled the fabric. I get a toothpick or a matchstick and just roll the fabric around, and just place some glue at the end for it to hold, and then slide the fabric off the stick. Roll it. You can put some glue as you go as well, and that will help it stick as well. Some glue at the end, and then slide off. And this just adds a bit of colour, adds a bit of fullness in the basket. So that's our ribbon now. And next we're going to go and cut some, just get these. In this one here, I'm going to put these little pieces, and it looks like thread around a spool. So we just need to get some cardboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this cardstock, lay them up together just to thicken it up with my glue, just to give me some thick support. You can use chip card if you like, or cardboard, or cereal packet, that type of cardboard, just to thicken it up. I'm just going to lay these together just to give me a bit of thickness, and then I'll trim it up once I've glued these up. It's just to give me some support. I'm just cutting them so they're all the same. Mils again, so I reckon probably 5 mil is plenty. Get your ribbon and measure it from there, because what we're going to do is we're going to roll that around. Okay, so I reckon, yeah, about there, about 5 mil. Okay, so then you get your ribbon and get a bit of card. Again, you want to make sure you've got enough glue on there to start it off. So you roll it, glue, and snip it off. Now from our book collection from our miniature dollhouse from Creaker's Little Helper, I'm going to take some of these books out that we actually made as well. So our fabrics we place in our basket like that. Like I said, you can glue these if you want. Some ribbon. We want some buttons placed in there. We want some red spool, so you can lift that up a bit more there. So the small items you want to bring up so that you can see them. Let's choose a quilting book. We're going to put that in there, and of course a pair of scissors, and there you have a basket ready to go. And then if you want to use the long one, the same. So I'm going to use, just to be different, these fabrics. Just always make sure the fold is on the top part. If you've got any threads poking through, make sure you take them out. Okay, so we can use those ones there. Let's get some ribbon. Oh, she got there in time. Once you're happy where the positions are, you can glue them in if you like. Set of buttons like that. Let's get a spool like that, and a pair of scissors. Oops. A little bit hard to grab them. And you can just fill them up as much as you like. Let's get a craft book and put the craft book in there as well. Actually, put that there, and there's your craft supplies. So here are all the little baskets that I've done off camera, finished them off, did some with you. So each one is different, it's unique. They all have a pair of scissors, a magazine, some cotton there, some buttons, your fabric. They're all, as you can see, they're all similar but different. Each magazine's different that we make here on Quilter's Little Helper. And your fabrics are different, your buttons are different. You create whatever you like, it's up to you. Some have colourful buttons, some have white buttons. We just lost these buttons here, so just going to make sure that they're all stuck together, and they're all, everything you can actually see that's there, that's packed in there. As you can see, they're all glued in, so they're all nicely neat. If you'd like to see any more of our products here on Quilter's Little Helper, check out our website. If you're into doll making, dressmaking, quilting, any sorts of craft, teddy bears, you'll find a lot of our products on there that'll help you do your crafts. And please give me a like if you like the program and you like what you see. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our programs. And this time we've done some quirky crafts this time, and of course my collectibles as well. So until next time, I'm Pandora Box. See you then. Chicka!